we doing?
They're all inside, Gov. Clayton's near the front door.
Good.
The two Toms will be in one of the upstairs bedrooms. I don't know which one yet.
Right.
You ready, Tony? Dodge. All ready at the rear, Gov.
Thanks, Ray. Stand by. All units, go, go, go! Everybody stay where you are! The police break gate! Sit down!
Oi, Clayton! Open this door! Oi! Oi, come here! Come here! Come here! All right, sister, put it under! In there.
All right, ladies, get your kit on, please.
Come here! Come here! Get off me feet! Down!
Would you get your clothes on, please, miss?
Polly.
You slut! I'm gonna get you for this! Oi! Don't move! Oi, come here!
Here you go, Pop. We got Clayton. Do you need an ambulance?
No, I'm all right.
Make sure you get yourself checked over by the FME, Mike, when we get back.
Gov.
You'll be all right. He's got a head like a brick wall. What's this?
Thought she'd join in.
Have you searched them?
Not yet, Mum.
Good luck.
These yours?
Yeah, it's Polly Page, isn't it?
Yeah. Bloody hell, Jenny?
You all right?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
What do you think?
God, Jen, I don't believe it. You look awful. I didn't even know ya.
Paul.
This what you're into, Jen?
Nothing here. You got anything?
Yeah. What's this?
What's it look like?
Are they yours?
No, somebody dropped them. I was going to give them back later.
I'm arresting you for possession of drugs. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
So am I going to get bail?
We'll have to talk to you first.
What's up?
The girl, Jenny Cooper, I know her.
They've all got records.
No, I don't mean that. She was one of my best mates at school.
Oh.
I didn't know her. She's changed a lot.
You two ready to go then?
Sure.
How many?
They're both coming in.
Problem?
One of them's an old school friend of mine.
Come on, Paul. I ain't got time to mess about.
Just calm down, sunshine.
What we got, Gal?
Oh, Gomes managed to ditch any drugs, but we're doing for assault on Mike Jarvis. Cummins had half a dozen rocks on him, just about enough to do him for intent to supply.
Yeah, what about the Toms?
Also had a nice little go at Kathy. The other one had her pay packet in her pocket. They're not going to be saying much, though, not with Clayton Gomes looking at bail. See you back at the ranch.
Does this remind you of anything, Paul?
What?
That hockey match. We got to the All-London hockey finals against a really rough comprehensive in North London, and Polly hit the centre forward and we won. And their fellas ended up giving us a lift home in their van.
You know Polly well, do you?
Oh, yeah, I should say so. Hey, do you remember John Doswell's party?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Yeah, I still got the photos. They're at my mum's.
How is your mum?
She got drunk.
You spiked it.
Woke up in bed with two Swedish men.
I'll give you 25 quid for the photos.
It's not like it sounds. I was set up.
John was really boring. Not like Chester.
Who's Chester?
Tony.
Oh, I really want to know.
He was our games teacher on a skiing trip. They had interconnecting doors, they did.
And you've got no past, I suppose?
What's up with her?
Do you know how much trouble you're in?
Oh yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
I bet you have.
Number 2. This way, sir. Yes.
Possession of drugs. Right arm out.
Name?
Jenny Cooper.
Jenny.
Jennifer Ann Cooper.
Thank you. Date of birth?
18th of the 9th, 72.
Address? You don't have an address?
23 Hales Drive.
Polly? Is there a problem?
The address is her mum's.
Your arrest?
She lives with her mother.
Well, that's what she's saying, Mum.
Nah, she's protecting somebody. A pimp, probably, or a dealer. See if you can't find out where she really lives.
I need time during your detention. Number 1, please, and I want her properly searched.
Sergeant.
Right, next.
What are you doing?
I've got to do a strip search.
What?
If you take your clothes off and hand them to me.
Well, I suppose it's better if you know the person who's doing it, eh?
Who for, you or me? How's your mum these days?
Fine.
What's she think to all this?
What do you mean?
Well,
She doesn't judge my mum.
you still living at home then?
You fishing for something, Pop?
No, Jen. I'll interview you later.
I hear we're standing the trumpets down.
Not one of our finest hours, no. By the way, Andrew, your troops were really tremendous. I'm very grateful.
I bet now there's something else we can do.
One of the Toms we arrested, we think she can help us.
I hope you're right.
I'd like Polly Page to really put pressure on her, see if she can find out where she fits into Clayton Gomes' scheme.
Turning tricks for crack is what I've heard.
Could be. I think it's more than that. I don't want Polly's personal feelings to stop her from putting the boot in.
Do you have any reason to think that they might?
Hi, Polly.
Morning. She used to be my best mate at school, but she's got 4 previous for possession and soliciting.
She's a known associate of Richie Guy.
And what do we know about him?
He's a user. Gets a girl, stays with that one, lets them work for him. Monogamous after his fashion. When they go,
They go.
2 ODs, 1 heart failure, 1 pneumonia. They found that one in a flat on the floor, under 6 stone.
Does he deal?
No, he lets his women go on the street for him, thieve for him. Anything to raise the money. Good friend.
Yeah.
She's gone, Polly. I'm filling a drawer. They don't often come back, not from where she is. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Donna.
Okay, okay!
I want Polly!
What is it?
I want Polly!
I didn't recognise her at first. She looked so different.
That's crack for you.
She was bright, really bright, like going to university. She could have. She had 8 O-levels.
When did you last see her?
School. I wondered what happened to her, though. You lose contact, don't you?
It's usually the blokes you fancied who turn up again, isn't it? Fat and bald.
And married.
And you think, what did I ever see in him?
Polly, Sergeant Boyden wants to see you.
Oh, Polly, I understand you know one of the Toms arrested at the crack raid this morning.
Yes, sir.
Old school friend? I no favours, Polly. Just a good, clean, professional job, then on with the day.
Of course, sir.
I need a favour.
What?
Well,
Yeah?
a couple of rocks.
Don't be stupid, Jen.
Billy,
What?
I've got a baby. Little boy, Billy.
How old is he?
18 months.
Where is he?
He's at a friend's house. She looks after him sometimes.
How long has he been at this friend's?
Since last night. I said I'd go and pick him up at 8 this morning. Will you ring my mum and tell her to go and get him, yeah?
This friend, is she an addict too?
No.
She won't leave him?
No, I don't know.
What's her name?
Christine Platt.
Why couldn't your mum look after him?
She was going out, wasn't she?
What's the address?
Just ring my mum, will you, please, Polly? Just do it for me, please. Just do it.
I can't do anything without an address.
Mum will sort it.
Give us the number then. Yes.
Where is she?
She's at Sun Hill. We arrested her this morning. She's given this as her home address. Does she live here?
Where's Billy?
We've only just found out about Billy. She says he's with some friend, Christine Platt. Do you know her?
Come on.
Where are we going? Christine Platt!
She's not there.
Christine, it's the police. Please open the door. Do you know where she might have gone?
No.
I think I heard her cry.
She could have left him on his own. Maybe she thought Jenny was on her way.
I'm going to have to break in. Stand back, please, Mrs. Cooper. Mind out the way.
Oh, Nanny's here, darling.
He's filthy. Where is this Christine woman? She never existed, did she? Look at him, he's wet through and she's left him here on his own all night so she could go and earn money for a fix.
We don't know that.
I think we do.
I can take care of him.
For how long, Mrs. Cooper? Jenny will get bail, be out and take him back. And then he'll be at risk again.
I've learned not to judge, Polly. Oh.
Well, I have to, it's my job. How could she do it?
How long had he been on his own?
We don't know.
All night?
At least.
I offered to adopt him. Jenny said she'd kill me.
We've contacted social services, as we are obliged to do in cases of neglect.
I could look after him until Jenny got herself sorted out.
Oh, Andrew, what's the word on Cooper's squat?
You mean regarding drugs?
Yeah, any sign of Richie Guy?
Not when Polly called, but there was evidence of personal drug use.
We ought to do a thorough search.
There's not much to turn over, apparently. It's mostly falling to bits as it is. I've sent George and Tony to check the place over, and a photographer will be taking pictures for evidence of child neglect.
How's she taking it, the Tom?
She doesn't know about social services yet.
She's gonna go ape when she finds out. Kid's her ticket to the top of the housing list, and the only reason Richie Guy's keeping her.
I think we can rely on Polly to make the most of it.
Well, it's been a bit of a blowout for us, really.
But a lucky break for the baby.
You'll be on some of those.
Here I am. How did she get started?
Don't know. She went to sixth form college. She didn't do well, then she just seemed to give up. Got in with some tearaways. Used to bring them to the house. I didn't like them. I should have said something. But I didn't. I guess you could say I was an early victim of political correctness.
Excuse me, Mrs. Cooper. Social Services would like a word. All right, you're right.
Now, Mrs. Cooper, we have to make a decision about Billy's future care.
Yes, I understand that. I'll have him. All right.
I thought you had a job, Mrs. Cooper. How do you plan to go?
There's a creche where I work. Billy needs security. Look, you can see how distressed he is. I'm the only one in his life who can provide that. Surely that's better than leaving him with strangers.
Yes, well, ultimately, that's a decision for the family court. But you can apply for a residence order.
Where's Jenny?
Can't you just bail me? 2 rocks you found, that's all.
You lied about your address.
Look, have you told Mum?
Yeah, was that because you thought we might find your pimp, Richie Guy, at the squat with drugs on him? Was you protecting him, Jen?
I don't know what you're talking about. Where's Billy?
We've got records. I've looked him up. Are you afraid of what Guy will do to you if we go round?
Look, have you told Mum to go and get Billy, Polly, like you promised?
Billy's all right. Your mum's got him.
Do you want to ask me about the drugs now? Let me admit possession.
How long have you known Ronnie Cummings?
I met him last night in a pub.
In Clayton Gomes?
Yeah, same thing.
We've had the cafe under observation for 10 days, Jenny. For the tape, I'm now showing Miss Cooper photographs taken at the Palm Cafe. Is that you, Miss Cooper?
All right, so?
That photograph of you with Clayton Gomes was taken 10 days ago.
So I know him, OK? What else do you want me to say?
Has Ronnie Cummings or Clayton Gomes ever supplied you with crack cocaine at any time?
No.
What about this? Now showing 2 rocks thought to be crack cocaine. Exhibits PP1, PP2, found on suspect's clothing at 7:20 this morning. Where'd you get these from, Jenny?
Yeah, well, I bought them off a dealer in the street yesterday.
What for?
Personal use.
And how much did you pay?
50 quid.
Have you worked at the cafe as a prostitute?
No.
So what's your relationship with Ronnie Cummings?
We're friends.
We're not getting anywhere, are we? Interview suspended at 11:37.
Hang on a minute, Kath. Could I have a word with Jenny on my own? Please. I went with your mum this morning to the squat where you live at 23 Zoffany Road. We found Billy locked in on his own crying.
God, that Christine Platt, the bitch, she's meant to look after him.
Don't lie to me, Jen.
Look, she had to go to work at 8 this morning. The reason why he was on his own is she brought me in here. Can you bail me now? Look, I've told you all you wanted. Why don't you just bail me?
Social Services will want a word with you in a moment.
Social Services? What have you done, Polly?
You left an 18-month-old child, your child, soaked in pee, on his own, in danger, so you could get a fix.
You bitch, you said my mum...
Your mum's here now, talking to the social worker, prior to an application for an interim care order being made.
She's always wanted him, just...
You used me, Jen, because we're mates. You thought I'd help you carry on keeping that child in conditions that ain't fit for a dog?
A word, please, Kathy.
Sir?
I take it Miss Cooper will be bailed.
She's admitted possession. She knows the ropes. There's not much else we can do.
So why is Polly still talking to her?
It was a tricky one for Polly, and it hasn't helped everyone assuming she'd get involved.
That isn't what I asked.
She found a child at risk. As far as Polly was concerned, that took priority over everything. If CID want to cover their backsides over this morning's fiasco, they should find Richie Guy for themselves. Setting Polly up to take some of the flak just because she might be involved is not on, sir.
Polly's finished with Jenny Cooper, and I'd like to get her out as soon as possible. We've got a kid here with social services and the grandmother. They're talking about a care order.
Yeah, well, we can't bail Cooper until we've got a proper addresser.
Well, Polly's read of the riot act about the kid and the drugs. She's got her a bail hostel, and if Cooper's got any sense, that's where she'll stay.
If she had any sense, she wouldn't be in this mess in the first place.
Where's Jenny now?
She's been released on bail.
If your daughter makes any attempt to get Billy back, Mrs. Cooper, we'll have to place him in a foster home.
I'll be firm, don't worry.
I've heard what your people have to say about it. I'm going to have a look at Zoffney Road for myself.
And I need to get some of his toys back.
We've made the place secure, so, Polly, you go with them.
Sir.
Fancy you. A policewoman.
I didn't have the brains for anything else. Not like Jenny.
I'm not knocking it.
We used to think it was a real laugh dossing round at your place. Smoking and drinking till all hours. You were the most popular mum around.
I've always liked kids. I'd like to have had more.
But we're not kids anymore, Mrs. Cooper, are we? Is anybody there?
I'm from social services. Now your son has been placed with your mother for the time being.
No, you
Get him out of here.
He was
Take the baby away, will you?
Jenny!
Just stop it, Jenny!
And you arrest me!
Stop it, will you? Or else I'll arrest the pair of you! Just stop it. I loved and respected both of you, and look at you now, fighting over Billy like he's a toy. He's got rights too, you know. What about him? Jenny, you better sort yourself out, or else you'll be dead. And as for you, Mrs. Cooper, well, I'm surprised. She needs you now, and all you want is the baby. What's going to happen to her if you take him away? What's she got to live for? I don't think either of you are fit enough to look after him at the moment. He'll be better off with social services until you sort yourselves out.
You've done well.
I don't think so.
Oh?
Jenny and her mum, I shouldn't have said what I did.
And what was that?
I told them neither of them were fit to look after Billy.
Wasn't that true?
Yeah, but I still shouldn't have said it.
Are you saying you shouldn't have said it as a police officer or as a friend? I thought so. You can't be both, you know.
I know.
Better get something to eat, hadn't you? As I said, I think you've done well.
Go ahead. Yeah, read the disturbance at Gatley Road. We're there now and they're still at it.
I distinctly told you that. What do you listen to, you silly
I'm
old...
telling you, it is not my fault.
So whose fault is it then?
Yours, of course. If you'd have been straight in the first place, this would never have happened.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
Morning.
Oh, about time too.
Read the 9-bob note you are.
Are you hearing this?
Very difficult not to, sir.
Diabolical liberty.
I said you know all about taking liberties, don't you?
No, I'm warning you.
No, I'm warning you. Both of you. Will one of you please tell me what's going on?
He's been doing some building work for me.
Yeah, and I wish I'd never started it at all.
I said one of you.
Repointing the side wall, sticking up a small porch on the back, and renewing some of the guttering. Now, he said it would take him 10 days, but he's been here 3 weeks and more.
That's builders for you.
I was in the Navy, Constable. Chief Petty Officer, 30 years. I'm used to people saying things and meaning them.
Now, listen!
So what you're saying is you're annoyed because he took so long over your guttering?
No. He finished a day or so back. He asked for 1,000 quid in cash. So, I got his money, and one of his blokes comes round in a company van, and I paid him.
So what's the problem?
Ask him. He's the one who wants paying twice.
So it wasn't one of Eddie's men who called on night?
Eddie Hopkins deals with his own payments. Never gets one of his blokes to collect.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that one of them didn't collect this morning, though, without telling Hopkins.
No.
Is this Mr. Knight's description of the man who collected the money?
Yeah, Eddie didn't recognise it.
White, tallish, late teens, dark hair.
He also suggested we talk to Mrs. Hopkins. Apparently his wife's his business partner, too.
Right, we're on our way.
This could also be down to an ex-employee, of course. Someone Eddie's got rid of recently, someone with a grudge.
Right.
Yeah. The way he treats people could be quite a few of them.
Now, I understand that Mr. Knight has already shown you this. It's the receipt the caller gave you when he handed over your cash.
Yeah.
And it is one of your receipts.
Like I told your mate, it looks like it. I don't use them much myself. Not for the smaller jobs anyway. I prefer things kept informal.
Well, the less paperwork, the better, eh, Mr. Hopkins?
Something like that.
Well, this has got your company address at the top of it with the name of yourself and your wife as sole proprietors. So it seems that whoever collected Mr. Knight's cash has also got access to your receipts.
Paper's wrong.
Sorry?
Too shiny, don't feel right.
I don't understand.
It's a photocopy, isn't it?
Oh, so what you're saying is, this is an old receipt with the original details erased and then put through a photocopier.
Give the boy a coconut.
Which means, as well as your employees and ex-employees, this could also be down to any householder you've done work for in the past. Anyone, in fact, who's got a receipt off you and knows what your vans look like.
I mean, I've got to make a list of all the jobs I've ever done.
Well, certainly the most recent ones, yes.
Got dozens of jobs going on at any one time.
You had better make a start then, hadn't you?
Your husband didn't recognise Mr. Knight's description of his collar either, Mrs. Hopkins. But Mr. Knight's description of the van certainly checks out. It's blue with a white stripe down the side.
We've got 4 vans like that. They were all well away from Gatley Road this morning.
What, all the time?
Eddie keeps an eye on them. Make sure the lads are on site.
And one of the lads couldn't have slipped off site for a few minutes this morning, you know? Pick up a bag of cement or make some other little collection. Why do you trust your workforce that much?
I don't trust a single one of them. They're builders, not Boy Scouts.
Right.
But none of them looks like this.
What about one of the lads that used to work for you, you know? White, tallish, dark hair.
Could be Jordan Casals, I suppose.
Hmm?
Right shifty sod he was. He got the push. Hang on, I'll get his file.
All right, do you want a hand?
Yeah, thanks.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
Smash it. Cheers, man. Cheers, Tom.
You wouldn't be Jordan Casals by any chance, would you?
Yeah.
I'm DC Woods from Sunhill. Can we have a word?
Yeah, what's the problem?
There's a connection with Eddie Hopkins.
Just when I thought today couldn't get any worse.
Hello, I'm DC Carver, Sunhill. I'm calling on a few householders in the area that have recently used a local builder, Eddie Hopkins.
Oh, yeah?
Mr. Hopkins did some work here, I believe, last week, in fact.
That's right, yeah, he was here. Don't know about him doing much work, though.
So you didn't get on too well with him, then?
You could say that.
So you wouldn't be heartbroken to find out he's had a bit of bad luck?
I'd be delighted. You better speak to my dad. He's the one who had to put up with him day in and day out.
Thank you.
We're talking to all Mr. Hopkins' recent ex-employees, Mr. Casals, especially those who worked on the William Knight contract.
I worked on quite a few contracts for Eddie.
Let's just take Gatley Road for now.
Worked on quite a few in Gatley Road, in fact.
It's the William Knight contract we're interested in, Mr. Casals.
Right, number 24, Robin Jones. Still, I don't suppose Eddie mentioned him, did he?
Do you mind telling me where you were around 10 o'clock this morning?
Something happened to Eddie then?
Look, Mr.
I
Casals.
was in the clinic with this one. She's got asthma, had an attack in the night.
And this clinic is?
Elverton Street.
Can't be easy. Bringing up a young girl. You just lost your job.
Now, this is easy. Working for Eddie, now that was hard.
We'll be checking this clinic out, you know.
Yeah, we'll check out Robin Jones while you're at it. That's the job I was working on when I got sacked.
Yeah, Mrs. Hopkins told me they had to get rid of you.
So why, did she?
Said they caught you moonlighting using their materials.
I was sacked because I sussed one of Eddie's fiddles.
According to Mrs. Hopkins, you were lucky not to be prosecuted.
Repairs to a central heating it was. Only a small job. But then Eddie finds this faulty pump, doesn't he? Tells the punter he needs a new one.
That happens.
Yeah, especially when Eddie puts the faulty pump in himself and keeps the good one out of sight, ready to pop it back in later when the punter okays a repair.
Eddie tell you that himself, did he?
I priced that job. The pump that was in when I first called was a different make from the one Eddie showed the punter. So, I had this big Barney with him, didn't I?
Well, that was very public-spirited of you.
Yeah, well, always have felt a bit funny about stitching punters in their 80s. Anyway, Eddie tells the punter he's made a mistake. The pump's not as bad as he thought. And the next day, he finds an excuse to sack me.
Why didn't you report this?
Because I thought I'd sorted it with Eddie, didn't I? And after he sacked me, what can I do? I'm an ex-employee with a grudge, aren't I? I'd say anything.
Oh, he's full of charmers already.
It's everyone's mate when he first calls round.
And his estimates are the lowest on the manor. So he seems like Christmas come early.
Especially when you're trying to organise things from a distance.
I've told you before, it's not your fault, son. And once Eddie's in, he starts with the extras. The bits he says weren't included in the estimate.
So then the price starts going up. Then he wants some of his cash up front, and if you try and object, then his mask slips. And he starts getting really nasty.
Nasty enough to make you want to do something about it, eh?
A few years ago, I'd have done something about him, I can tell you.
Nowhere near number 13 Gatley Road, were you, this morning, Mr. Vadney?
You what?
Because you would have had chance to do something about it then.
And maybe I would have grabbed it with both hands, too. But I haven't been anywhere near Gatley Road, not unless you've invented time travel. I was coming down from Aberdeen this morning. I work up there on the rigs. I got home about, 20 minutes ago.
And make this journey on your own, did you, sir?
Yeah. I take the plane nowadays. Cost me a fortune. But at least it means I spend most of my time at home.
So you can't do anything about this Eddie character?
Well, if he has committed a crime, then yes, of course, sir. Although, I must say, I am surprised Mr. Hopkins is in business at all if he acts as you say.
It's like my dad said. When you first meet him, he's a real charmer.
And I'm also surprised we are not bombarded with complaints from the rest of his punters.
You check the list of punters you got there, son. Check out how many are pensioners. How many are over 65.
They're the ones he targets. The ones guaranteed to be on the lookout to save a few bob. And the ones guaranteed to scare the easiest when he starts shouting the odds.
8-5 from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead, Ray.
Gatley Road, Matthew, number 13 again. Renewed disturbance.
Lovely.
Friend Eddie does seem to have upset a lot of people.
Every time you turn round, there's more people in the frame for this.
And every one of them seems to be on the side of the angels.
It's tomorrow. Have you got that? And that is it.
What's wrong now, then?
You ask her. She's the one shouting the odds.
And I've got a right to shout the odds and all. Me and Eddie are owed.
Wouldn't be related to Eddie Hopkins by any chance?
Yes, it is Mrs. She says I've got to pay all over again.
Oh, yeah?
I was just trying to point out to Mr. Gullible here that it's not our fault he fell for some con merchant.
Yeah, all right.
Well, he is still liable, isn't he? You tell him, will you? Because he won't believe me.
That's enough. And I keep telling you I can't pay twice.
And I keep telling you it's not right we should suffer just because you've been stupid.
Mrs. Hopkins,
Like I said, we're still owed.
this is a police matter now, Mrs. Hopkins.
And Eddie will be round tomorrow to collect. All right?
And any more of this will have to do you for breach of the peace.
It's certainly very neat, Matthew.
Well, Mrs. Hopkins didn't waste any time in getting back to Mr. Knight.
So you reckon Eddie sent one of his mates round to pick up the money?
In one of his vans with one of his receipts. A couple of hours later, Eddie turns up, wants the money again. Says the first bloke was a con man.
So Eddie ends up getting paid twice.
I just want to check on our mutual friend.
Don't tell me not even a parking ticket.
Oh, Eddie's got a record, all right. He served a two-stretch about 10 years back.
So what was the conviction?
Fraud.
So the bad penny returns, eh?
Is that a good description of our Eddie?
Actually, he's quite a charm merchant until you get too close. But I suppose he'd have to be, wouldn't he? To operate that scam.
So what exactly was his scam?
Oh, well, he set up these companies, get them off the shelf, 100 quid a time. And he'd target a local builder's merchant, buy some bits of gear off him, get to know the gaffer really well, give him a load of verbals about any jobs he had on the go, then open an account.
The old credit trick, eh?
Yeah, and the routine never varied. He'd buy a load of gear off him on 30-day credit, keep it really sweet for the first 2 or 3 months, and then there'd be a delay. And then here comes the old sob story, Eddie can't pay until Eddie gets paid, and can have a bit more gear so that he can finish the job. And of course, the merchant knows that he's going to lose the lot if Eddie doesn't finish the job.
So Eddie gets a bit more and a bit more.
That's right,
and
until the merchant pulls the plug, and then Eddie declares his £100 company bankrupt.
So what was he doing with the gear? Knocking it out?
Yeah, to his mates in the trade. Knock down prices. There you go.
And how much did he total before you'd nicked him?
Oh, 20,000 at least, plus one body. Yeah, that's how Frank got onto him in the first place. See, the merchant he pulled the trick on round here was a one-man band. And when Eddie's account went down, he went down too. And he topped himself. Mind you, didn't stop Eddie trying it on 2 more occasions.
Excuse me, mate. Do you work for Eddie Hopkins?
Oh, mate, round the back.
DC Word, Sun Hill. I wonder if I could have a word about an incident earlier today.
You mean about Eddie getting ripped off? Couldn't it happen to a nicer bloke?
Here's a break, will you? You know that Kieran, your boss thing?
You don't choose the people you work for these days. I didn't work any scam on him, if that's what you're getting at.
Well, there's lots around you, mate.
You said it.
Why don't you like him then?
Why all the interest in Eddie all of a sudden? I thought you'd have been after the bloke that stitched him.
Just tell me, pal.
That's to say there's a lot of crooks in this business.
Yeah, Mrs. Hopkins did remind me that builders aren't exactly choir boys.
Yeah, right. Well, there's crooks, and there's dangerous crooks.
I know Eddie. He's dangerous, yeah?
We had a sub for this big estate up in the North England a couple of months back. Council contract. Some wee kids started playing on a wall we put up. Collapsed. Luckily, none of them got hurt. But it could have been right nasty. Eddie blamed the suppliers. Suppliers said that Eddie was messing with a mortar. Council just sacked the pair of them.
So who was it down to? Yeah, but you're still working for him, though, aren't you?
It's like I said, you don't choose the people you work for these days. Tell you one thing, though. Because he lost that contract, he's been right up against it.
Money worries?
Yeah. We did 30 grand. And vans for it for starters. Another 6 and scaffolding, mixers. Never saw a penny at back. That's why he's all worked up over his payment in Gartley Road. He's drowning.
Eddie's got a string of county court judgments against him.
Yeah?
Non-payment of national insurance contributions, non-payment of supplies, at least 15 grand owing in total.
He didn't get that from a CRO check.
Ah, I got it from a mate in a credit agency. Time to have a little chat with the man himself, I think.
Yeah.
So have you got him yet?
Inquiries are proceeding.
So why aren't you out there proceeding with them some more?
I want that money.
Times that hard, are they?
They're never easy, especially with lowlife nicking my dosh.
But you will get it, won't you? I mean, your wife has already made that crystal clear to Mr. Knight.
That's not the point.
So when did you arrange to collect this cash, Mr. Hopkins?
Hey.
Well, you must have given Mr. Knight some sort of notice for him to get it together.
And no one likes leaving that amount of cash lying around for long.
I told him end of the week. I always collect end of the week so as I can pay the lads.
And today's Friday.
You really are one of Sun Hill's finest, aren't you?
So whoever worked this scam not only knew what your vans looked like and had access to your receipts, but they also knew when you'd be collecting too.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that whoever called Mr. Knight this morning, collected that cash, had one hell of a lot of inside knowledge.
And now you're thinking it might just be us.
Well, at present, we'll look at all possible angles, that's all.
Can you believe this? Now I'm in the frame.
Calm down, Mr. Hopkins.
Hey, look, I'm the victim in all of this, in case you pair of blockheads had forgotten.
It really must be an unusual feeling for you.
You what?
You're not exactly squeaky clean, are you, Mr. Hopkins?
I got into trouble once, OK? Nothing since.
You've not been caught since, no.
And what does that mean?
Well, you do sail a bit close to the wind with your working practices, though, don't you?
You got to these days to survive.
Which we understand you're having trouble doing right now.
Can you believe this? These two have checked out my record. They checked out my bank balance. They checked out my jobs. The only thing they haven't checked out is the toe rag who stitched me.
What do you reckon? Well, it's an inside job. Eddie's got cash worries. He's already been done for obtaining money in a very dodgy fashion. And everywhere we go, it's the same story. He's a vicious bastard.
How long have we known him, Jim?
Hey?
Eddie, when did we first meet up?
A couple of hours?
Yeah. And in a couple of hours, he's got us both wound up so much we could double for Jack in a box. Think what we'd be like in 3 weeks' time. And that's just how long he's been working for Mr. Knight.
Excuse me, do you live here, sir?
What's it to do with you?
Well, it's not a trick question. DC Carver, Sun Hill. Were you at home this morning, sir?
Yeah, been working on this.
What, all the time?
Well, until I took her out on a test before. And before you ask, I've applied for the tax, OK?
We're making inquiries into an incident that happened this morning, sir.
What sort of incident?
Involving Mr. Knight.
Oh, listen, if anything's happened to old Bosun Bill, it's got nothing at all to do with me.
Well, I'm not suggesting for a minute it has, sir.
But he is. Is that it?
No. Look, as you probably know, Mr. Knight's been having some building work done recently. Look, all we were wondering was, did you see the builder's van turn up this morning?
No.
Are you sure? You didn't see anyone turn up this morning?
I didn't say that, did I?
Sergeant Boyden tells me you're in the Navy, Mr. Knight. Must have been a straightforward sort of life.
Nothing straightforward about some of the places I've been.
Well, there's a code of discipline, isn't there? There's a strict set of rules. So it can't have been easy, coming up against someone who doesn't play by any.
I've come against his type before, don't you worry.
And I suppose you come up with your own ways of dealing with him too, eh?
Alan. I just called on the immediate neighbours and the bloke two doors, you know, the one that was out earlier on.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, he reckons he was outside all this morning fixing the brakes on his motor.
And?
And he says that there was no blue and white van called on Mr. Knight.
Did you see any visitors calling him?
Only the one. Mr. Knight's old mate, Ted Vadney.
Vadney?
He's the bloke I called on earlier this morning.
Another one of Eddie's victims.
Right.
And Vadney and Knight, they're old mates, yeah?
Well, they should be. They're both ex-Navy. They met at Well Island 30-odd years ago, and they've been mates ever since.
My colleague talked to a friend of yours earlier on, Mr. Knight.
Oh, yeah?
Ted Vadney.
He's had one or two bad experiences at Mr. Hopkins' hands, hasn't he?
Has he?
Well, I thought you would have known that, Mr. Knight, with you and him being such good mates.
Now, you said you had just one visitor today, Mr. Knight.
But we understand that Mr. Vadney also called round this morning.
So was that before or after your other caller worked his scamming you and collected your money?
Or was this when you and Mr. Vadney worked out your little scam?
Yeah. All right.
Interview room 1 then, yeah?
Right, Sarge. Thanks.
Mr. Hopkins, my officers do have a right to consider all lines of inquiry. So, OK, let's get this straight, Mr. Hopkins. You're alleging my officers victimised you, persecuted you, harassed you, and attempted to pervert the course of justice. Now, are you sure you haven't left anything out?
It wasn't planned. It was more spur of the moment. It was when he called me, he said he'd be round in half an hour to collect his cash, that suddenly come into my head.
To tell him that someone had already been.
And to use a receipt Eddie had previously given to Mr. Vadney as proof.
I tried for weeks to get him to do an half-decent job. And so would Ted. I didn't trust half them extras he'd added on either. But he'd done them before I could get anyone in to make sure they were kosher. I did go to the Citizens' Advice, but they couldn't do much to help me. I even come in here. The girl on the desk was very nice. Said she was very sorry and all that, but this isn't criminal, is it? It's civil.
So you decided to scare Mr. Hopkins yourself?
Seemed worth it at the time. To give him some grief for once. To see that look on his face. Don't seem so clever now.
So what do you think Knight's facing, Sarge? Deception?
That's my guess.
Well, it's that Turag Eddie's really to blame.
Yeah, well, that Torag Eddie didn't spin us a tall story, did he?
Yeah, well, that's terrific, isn't it? You get that close to nailing a really nasty piece of work, and you end up nailing one of his victims instead, while the real villain gets away scot-free.
Maybe.
There's no maybes about it, Alan. We just haven't got anything on him.
No, we haven't, no.
I mean, just look at this list of complaints against him.
Right, then.
Where are you going?
We're going down to Eddie's.
What?
Oh, somebody's got to give him the good news. We finally got our man.
Oh, yeah, I really love hearing that from us.
Well, you know what they say. Every dog has his day.
Yeah. And life's a bitch.
A slimy old git.
Just thought you'd like to know.
I'd like to get my hands on him.
That wouldn't be wise, Mr. Hopkins.
So what is happening to him then?
Mr. Knight will be dealt with in full accordance with the law.
Yeah, given a little rap on the knuckles and a lift home in a nice warm cop car, I suppose.
Not quite, Mr. Hopkins, no.
Bet you didn't get the 3rd degree like I did.
Actually, Mr. Knight volunteered a confession himself.
Yeah, and I bet you and your mates nearly choked on your truncheons when he did, eh?
Not exactly, Mr. Hopkins, no.
So what happens now then?
As I said, Mr. Knight will be charged.
I meant regarding our complaint about you. Well, you don't think we're going to leave it at this, do you? You put poor old Eddie right through the mill.
Right.
So, now we'll be taking this up with a higher authority.
Yes, well, fortunately, we've all got higher authorities to call on, Mrs. Hopkins.
What?
This, Mr. Hopkins, is a list of complaints we've collected against you. Shoddy workmanship, excessive bills.
It's got nothing to do with the police.
And you can't touch us for any of it.
No. You're quite right, Mrs. Hopkins. I can't.
So what are you going on about, then?
But I know a man who can. Come here. In all these cases, Mr. Hopkins, you collected payment from the householders in cash.
So?
So the chances are you may not have met this gentleman before. He's very anxious to meet you.
What is this?
Mr. and Mrs. Eddie Hopkins, sole proprietors of Eddie Hopkins Building Contractors Limited. Mr. Arnold Dixon.
And who the hell's Arnold Dixon?
Her Majesty's Customs and Excise. VAT.
Won't do any good, you know.
No?
Well, like you said, all of them are cash payments, and he hardly ever gave receipts when he told me that.
True.
So we'll probably end up denying that most of them were ever paid.
True again. Still worth it, though, isn't it, Jim? Eh? Like Mr. Knight said, just to see that look on his face.
I wonder if his income tax is up to date.
Peter will be along very soon with the sports news.
Terry Livingston, I presume.
Hey, Mum!
It's all right, son. Stay where you are.
Mum! Colin? Wait! What do you think you're doing? Leave him alone!
I'm not going to hurt him.
We have reason to believe there is stolen property on these premises, so we're going to search the flat. Now get downstairs. Terry! Stay with the boy, Jim.
It's all right, Jackie. It's nothing.
Shut up and get dressed.
Terry, what is this?
Mrs. Price. It is Mrs. Price, isn't it?
What are you on to him for now?
Terry Livingston. He stays in your flat, does he?
He's my brother.
You can't leave it alone, can you? What is it this time?
What did I tell you? Put your clothes on.
Coppers.
There's nothing here.
Nothing that shouldn't be, eh? How old are you, Colin?
14.
Excuse me.
What are you after?
Just you and your mum, is it?
And Uncle Terry.
Hands off!
Sit down, Mr. Livingston.
Terry,
Who do you
no!
think you're showing? You've got no right!
Any more of that and you're down a nick. Have you got that? Have you got that?
All right!
It's all right, Jim.
Good. Colin, don't be stupid. Stay where you are. Colin! Gov! Sierra Oscar from Carver receiving.
Go ahead, Jim.
Ambulance urgently required. Rear of Ackley House on the Cockcroft estate. Youth fallen from third floor balcony.
Get down there!
What's happened?
It'll be all right. It'll be
Colin!
all right. It'll be...
Terry, I'm getting down.
No, you're not. There's nothing you can do!
Sit down, Terry.
Right, to carry on with the search. Take the bedrooms.
You bastard.
Get away from him!
Please, please don't move him. There's an ambulance on the way.
Police! They did it! They killed him!
Nothing.
Satisfied. All right if I go down now.
Sunhill, can I help you? Sorry? I see, and who are you? Yeah, all right. I asked your name, sir. Before you go on, sir...
Before you go on, I can have this call traced. And away he goes.
What was that, Kath?
The Croft. We're a bunch of vicious, murdering thugs.
And this before breakfast.
Can we talk to him? Yeah, okay, right. Well, stay there and keep me informed. And that was all you said to the boy?
That's all. How is he?
Critical. What did he say to you?
I hardly got 2 words out of him.
No reason for you to get heavy?
No, Gov.
Nothing for him to be frightened about? 1 minute he's fine, next he's through a window 3 stories up, climbing the balconies.
That's about the size of it.
All right, Jim.
Yeah. Right, yes, where is this, madam?
That's flat 45, 45 Beveridge House. Shouts
Someone with
and
you as soon as
screams
possible,
heard.
thank you.
Sunhill Police.
218 from Sierra
How
Oscar
can I help?
receiving.
218 receiving.
George,
No, I'm
back
afraid
of
we
Bevan
can't do
House,
that.
robbery in progress, victim an
No.
old man, ambulance on way.
I'm
Can you
sorry,
deal?
sir.
So how's our DI handling it?
She's taking it in her stride.
Doesn't make sense, Jim. She's going to have to explain it.
She knows what happened.
Look, the boy was your responsibility, wasn't he? Rule 1 in the job handbook, old son. You watch your back when the brown stuff hits the air conditioning.
Sierra Oscar from 218.
Go ahead.
You wanted a word, Bob?
Yeah, just a minute, sir.
Yeah, there's no trace at the rear of Bevan House. Can you confirm location?
Confirm, George.
Oi!
I thought you ought to know we're getting some nuisance calls from Cockcroft Estate. 3 abusive since 8 o'clock.
No prizes for guessing why. Nothing too serious.
I'm not sure. Area cars at a violent domestic down there, and George is at a mugging.
Or not, as the case may be. All right.
Urgent assistance, Bevan House.
All units, repeat, all units.
Urgent assistance required, Bevan House, Cockcroft Estate. Sierra Oscar 3 on way, ETA, Wingett.
218 from Sierra Oscar. 218 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving, George?
Missiles and stones being thrown from Bevan House.
Sierra Oscar 3 on way, George. Repeat, Sierra Oscar 3 on way.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1 receiving.
Go ahead, Sierra 1.
No trace disturbance at 45 Beveridge House. Occupant an old lady in
It's a
bed.
hoax. Get them round to Garfield.
Dave, get around to Bevan House. George needs urgent assistance.
On way, Sarge.
Well, thank you, CID.
Morning, Andrew.
Sir. You got a problem? Yes, sir. Number 41 Attley House was the scene of a CID raid at 7:30 this morning. As a result, a 14-year-old lad's in hospital on the critical list. The Cockcroft stirred up and one of my officers has been ambushed.
Gov, can I see you now?
Right, I'll catch you later, Andrew.
After I've seen the Chief Superintendent, yes, sir.
George! George, easy! So your information was that Terry Livingston was staying at the flat. You know he's receiving.
£5 grand's worth of pocket TVs between the 8th and the 15th of this month. The delivery van job down...
Jamaica Lane, yeah, I know. So what exactly did you turn up?
Nothing.
Nothing. So, we got a boy at death's door, we got an estate up in arms.
Terry Livingston's our man, Gov.
Andrew Munro's in first with the chief super. It's not a good morning's work, Sally.
Right, thanks, Bob. George Garfield's fine. He's bringing in a prisoner.
Well, that's something.
Let's not go overboard on this, Andrew. We all know operations can go wrong.
I'm not pointing the finger at anyone, sir.
I should hope not. We need to pull together on this one.
I'm informing you of the position, sir. I can't ignore the tension indicators.
Yes, come in. Ah. Thank you, Marion.
I suggest we nip it in the bud now by increasing patrols.
OK. Contain it, Andrew. I certainly don't want the situation inflamed.
Sir.
And keep me informed.
So where is he? Look, I just want to know where he is. When will he be back? I asked when. Looks like my snout's gone to ground.
He gave you the information about Livingston. Chief Super wants to see you. Just tell it straight, Sally. How it happened.
No doubt Andrew Monroe's made a meal of it.
You heard from the hospital?
No.
Well, if he dies, it'll go all the way to the Commissioner.
Thanks, Cov.
Well, it's worth bearing in mind, Sally, because whatever you tell Brownlow could be tossed back at you.
Morning, Jack. Sally.
Sir.
Has it happened?
A word?
Sure.
She going where I think she's going? I've just had Gus Waller on the phone, Deputy Chairman of the Police Committee. Some almighty cock-up by Sun Hill detectives.
His word or yours?
All right. Inept, dangerously reckless.
Oh, he was there, was he?
Look, I'm the one who takes the flak. Something I should know.
Oh, come on, Derek.
Everybody behaved themselves on this raid?
By the rule book, yes.
I can quote you on that, can I?
15 minutes ago, this was looking like a fine morning.
I can't quote you. You got a problem with Sally. I understand nothing was found at the flat.
And her snout's gone to ground. What the hell's she playing at?
That's what the Chief Super's going to be asking. Look, can she handle it, Jack?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Sorry to trouble you again, sister.
Hold on a minute.
But did the lad have anything on him when he was brought in? Any drugs or anything?
Just a bag. It's in there.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry, go on.
Ah. All yours, Sally?
Sir? Gov. Rod's case has been on from the hospital. The boy had a pocket television in his anorak and the serial number matches.
Right.
And Gov.
What?
Colin Price is out of danger.
Come in.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 3. Assistance required, Cockcroft, South End. Missiles being thrown. Received, Ray.
Well, you certainly started something. How did it happen?
Rod's case and myself were struggling to contain the suspect, Terry Livingston. Jim Carver left the boy to come to our assistance, and in that time, the lad got out onto the balcony.
The DCI has informed me of the situation, Sally. I want to know how it could happen.
It was something I couldn't have foreseen, sir.
3 officers? A small what? 2-bedroom flat? You created the situation. You deployed the officers. You failed to contain it.
The boy's off the danger list, sir. And one of the pocket televisions was found on him. I'd like to question the suspect, Terry Livingston, further.
Yes, come in.
Mr. Monroe for you, sir.
Oh, yes, thanks. Come in, Andrew. I think perhaps you better hear this.
The situation's deteriorating, I'm afraid, sir. Ray Steele's car is being stoned, 2 vehicles taken and driven away by juveniles, a 3rd being joyridden as we speak. I don't think we'll see the end of it today.
The prize boy's off the danger list.
I hope the same holds true for my officers.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Is there anything else you need?
A couple of hours heavy rain, sir.
As I was saying, sir, I do intend to question the suspect, Terry Livingston, further.
Really? Well, I'd rather lose one petty receiver and a few pocket televisions if it prevents the Cockcroft estate blowing up in our faces.
But, sir...
No. Now, I'll decide when you can continue with your investigation. Yes, ma'am.
She's on her way back to the flat now to collect some things for her son.
Oh, right, thank you. Philip, I'm just off to mend some fences. Cockcroft estate.
All right, sir. Touch of bread never does any harm. Would you like me to, come...
No, I'll take Derek. I don't want him feeling left out. All right, Derek, pull in here.
Atley House is on the other side, sir.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 5-1.
Go ahead, sir.
We're at the shopping precinct, end of Bagford Road. We'll walk the rest of the way.
Received, sir.
Right, Derek. Let's, stretch our legs.
Yeah, why not, sir?
That's all we need.
He's going walkabout.
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Receiving. In case you didn't hear, Sierra Oscar 5-1's car is now parked in Bagford Road. Mr. Brownlow is on foot. Repeat, on foot.
Received.
It's nice of them, Dave.
Who's that?
CID, arranging our entertainment.
The creative side of police work, Tony.
There they go. Scannell's dynamic duo into the jaws of death.
So why did you do it if you knew it was wrong? Hey? Why did you join in?
All right, all
I
right.
want some answers here, Mr. Hopkins.
I told you. They made me.
Oh, they made you? What, Dylan Hopkins, one of the Cockcroft hard men? You haven't got a thought in your head, have you?
It was for Colin.
Colin Price? What, you used his accident as an excuse?
Weren't no accident.
Do what? Oh, so that's a received wisdom of the Cockcroft estate, is it?
Look, there's no need for this.
You don't even know Colin Price, do you?
I go to school with him. He's my mate. Look, there weren't no need for it. There ain't nothing in that flat.
Oh, look. If we've got something wrong, please tell us.
They're away, aren't they?
Who are?
All them little TVs.
Where?
I don't know.
Come on, Dylan, tell the man.
His Uncle Terry said that Colin could keep one if he hid them for him.
So where are they?
I don't know.
Come on, Dylan, where are they?
I don't know. Honest, I don't.
And you've no idea what made him do it?
They frightened him.
I must say, knowing my officers, that doesn't seem very likely.
What, bashing my front door in, barging through?
Colin, plays the cello, I see.
Yes.
School?
Harvey Wallace Comprehensive. He's in the band.
Ah. It must be very difficult for him to practice here.
Here? He'd never play it here. They'd laugh at him. He keeps it at school.
Oh, I see.
The lock's gone on the case. Terry's had to take it in to get a new one fitted.
Wait, what's this? Come back to upset her some more, have you?
Terry, I'm just telling them about Colin.
Don't, they aren't interested.
We were discussing Colin's cello playing.
Oh, how awfully nice. Brought it home to play his mother a bit of Brahms and Liszt. We had a session only last night.
Is that right? He brought it home to have the lock fixed. You've taken it in for repair, have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm releasing you to return in a month, OK? You understand, Mr. Hopkins?
Sarge, can you give me a minute?
Yeah. I'll give you a date and a time, and then we'll pass the papers on to youth and community.
Mom? I've got a lad in from the estate, a mate of Colin Price. He says that Terry Livingston is getting Colin to hide stolen goods.
Did he say what?
Pocket televisions mean anything to you?
Yes, they do. Where? Where are they stashed?
Well, I couldn't get him to say.
Come on.
I went as far as I could, Mom.
Thanks, George. I'll have a go at him myself.
Sorry. Chief Super's back. He'd like to see you.
Hang on to him, George.
Yes, Mom.
Yes, come in.
Sir?
Any progress?
Yes, sir. It seems that Livingston had been using Colin Price to hide the televisions for him. I'm working on where exactly?
Well, I suggest you visit the Harvey Wallace Comprehensive School. See if you can locate Colin's cello case. When you do, I should open it.
A cello case, sir?
A cello case.
Do you think I'll find...
Well, you certainly won't find a cello, will you? It was in Colin's bedroom, remember?
Yes, sir.
It's the second time today. What is it with Colin's cello?
Why'd you say that, sir?
Well, his uncle, Mr. Livingston, he was here about half an hour ago. Said Colin sprained his ankle. He wouldn't be here for a couple of days. Sorry.
Okay, come on, pay attention. Right, you take from letter C, but only using
What did Mr. Livingston want?
He wanted to take the cello for Colin to practice on at home. Well, I told him we'd have to phone Mrs. Price. He said, you can't do that, she's not on the phone. I said, not on the phone?
What happened?
Well, we told him to leave the premises.
Let me, sir.
Look, we're going to open it, so we'd like you to be a witness.
Are you sure the headmaster agreed?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, you've absolute confidence in her, have you?
I'm sure Sally's on the right track now, sir.
That's not what I asked. Yep, Brownlow. Yes, for you.
Meadows. Sally. Oh, that's good work. We've recovered the stolen goods, sir.
Oh.
OK, right, bring Livingston in. No, not Mrs. Price. That's not a good idea, Sally. I don't care what you think she might know.
Gov, I can wrap this up. We've got enough on both of them.
I said no, Sally.
Then I'll see her at the flat.
We're bringing Livingston in, sir. With discretion.
Not Mrs. Price.
Well, under the circumstances, it's best that she's not brought in.
No, absolutely not.
Sally's decided to have a chat with her in her flat.
Yeah.
You've got some face coming back here.
Why don't you leave him alone?
Look, you're making it difficult for yourself and Mrs. Price. You concerned about us? What about Colin? Oh, so you want it out, eh? What, here, in front of her? Then I suggest you cooperate.
Wait, I'm coming.
No, Mrs. Price, please.
Keep your hands off.
I need to talk to you, and I think you'd better listen.
Take no notice, Jackie! They're poisoned!
Get him out!
Why have you took him? Why? There's nothing here.
Mrs. Price, can we have a sit down, please?
Never had no luck, our Terry.
We found the stolen televisions we were looking for.
I've always had to look out for.
Will you please sit down now? They were packed inside Colin's cello case at school. We also found one in his anorak pocket.
Round here, they're rubbish. I've warned him. Don't get mixed up in anything.
Terry got Colin to hide the televisions for him. He gave him one for doing it. Why else would he put his anorak on and try to get away?
Because you frightened him to death, barging in.
No, your brother Terry was responsible for what happened this morning, no one else.
I should never have let him stay. I knew.
What did you know? Tell me what you know, Mrs. Price.
Terry brought them home in his car. All new, in boxes. I told him I'm not having them in the flat. I'm not having this flat used, never again. He got Colin to...
The statement won't take long, Mrs. Price, then I'll get you dropped off at the hospital. Matthew, is there a room free, please?
Boy, right,
What she
come on.
said. Jackie, no. Don't get saying anything.
Take him. He can rot.
Jackie, Colin wanted to do it.
He wanted to. He wanted to. Don't lie to
Mrs.
me!
Mrs. Price.
It's your fault Colin tried to escape. It's your fault he's in the hospital. Lies all the time. You're no good. You are never any good. Never, never.
Yes, come in.
Just to say that Johnson's got it all sorted, sir.
Oh, hello, Jack. Well, I'm very glad to hear it. Come in. Take a seat.
Yeah, she did a good job on Mrs. Price. Got her to turn Livingston in.
Well, you had every confidence you would.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing what difference the result makes, no matter how you get it.
Well, thanks for your input, sir, of course.
Don't make a habit of it.
Sir?
Getting the chief superintendent to do your work.